Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. I'm your host, the Report of the Week, and happy Election Day, at least for those of you who are tuning in, who are watching from the United States. Of course, here we are with Election Day, which it's honestly crazy for me to just think, honestly, and this is just one of those things with the passage of time, but the fact that we are already here at Election Day, I don't know, where has the time gone? It's just crazy for me anyway. Either way, I know this video might seem a little bit of, like an out of place sort of video on this channel because I know I do so many reviews. I always try out the latest releases. I do the food reviews, which I am giving a little bit of a break because I still have the dental stuff that I'm recovering with. Although I was able to try out the donuts, I just have to, moderate certain things. But it is getting better every single day, so that's good. But I wanted to take the chance to discuss the 2020 election. And I know some people might be watching this and they might be thinking, "Review, bruh, no, don't go there. This is very controversial stuff," and I understand that it is. I know that this is a very very contentious election. This is actually a bit of a tradition, though. This sort of video that I'm doing right now, and you'll see why in a minute. Now, I think when I say tradition, it makes it sound like I've been doing this for centuries or something, but really, I did this sort of video in the 2016 election, and I did so in the 2018 midterm elections as well. And of course, now with it being 2020, for the presidential election, we're doing another video just like this. The reason why I started doing these election day type videos is pretty simple. You have a lot of incentives to vote, of course. There's all these media campaigns, so many ads, on YouTube, on TV, on radio, online, celebrity endorsements, you name it, that tell people to vote, right? They just say, make sure you go vote, you can vote early, but make sure you vote. And it's just to incentivize you to go out and vote. Now, that's very important, in my opinion. I think voting, it's your right to vote, and I strongly encourage you to do so. But to me, there are two aspects of voting that a lot of those sorts of promotions and advertisements and whatever you want to call them tends to overlook. And after realizing that, it's something that I really believe in and just want to bring a little bit of awareness to. Not to say that people don't already, but every bit helps. That's my view. If saying this, in the end, it gets even one person out there to just think about it even, that's a win in my book, and that's why I'm here right now, doing what I'm doing. So, I know a lot of people have already voted right now. I know, just looking at least some of the tallies, obviously we don't know results yet, but looking at the tallies, it looks like lots and lots of people out there have already voted, be that by mail or voted early. But today is election day. And for those of you who still haven't voted, you still have the rest of the day to do it today. And for those of you who have voted, I just think it's something to think about that I'm sure a lot of us already have, but it's just food for thought. That's all that it comes down to in the end. But here are the two things that I wanted to discuss today. Number one, obviously, everyone's focused on the presidential election, right? Everyone is focused on it. And obviously, for good reason. It's a very, very important race, and it gets the most coverage. And needless to say, it is a very contentious race. And you have the different sides. You have Democrats, Republicans. You have even the third parties that are out there, and all these individuals that try to make a compelling case one way or another for their candidate. Now, sometimes things can get dirty. We've seen that. We know it. Sometimes, people can try to almost bully you or force you or intimidate you to try to vote a certain way. Here's all that I ask of you, in the end, if you have yet to vote. Do your research. Research the issues. Research the candidates if you haven't already. Make an informed decision. And most importantly, all I ask of you is to vote for who you feel is best suited to lead this country. And that's all that I ask of you. You be the one to make that decision. It is your vote, your ballot, and your decision. You need to be the one that makes that decision. No one else. Don't let anyone else decide for you. Please do the research, look it up, and vote for who you want to vote for. That is my honest view. That's something that I truly believe in, and that I think is very, very important. I think that is what voting is all about. Voting for who you truly believe in. That's what it all comes down to, dear viewers. So please make an informed decision. You could do your research. I'm sure a lot of people already have their minds made up, but even if you don't, it's even just a couple minutes that you could research the key issues that are important to you and go from there. But just bear that in mind, number one. Number two, when you look at the ballot, be that, if you're already at the polling place or if you got a mail-in ballot or whatever it comes down to, obviously we know that it isn't just a piece of paper with the one selection for president and that's it. Obviously your ballot is loaded with things, really wherever you are. In any state of the country, there are all sorts of local politics, regional politics, and in so many states, even these ballot amendments. Yes/no questions that can really change your day-to-day life in possibly a very substantial way. The presidential election is important. I think we all know that, we all understand that, we get it. But please do not forget just how important local politics, all of these down-ballot elections, can be as well. Some of these, if there are things that will really affect, possibly change your day-to-day life, sometimes it's those local politics that'll get you in the end. Please don't forget about it. I know that those local elections, those local races, even those regional congressional races, don't necessarily get the big spotlight in the national news because, number one, they don't necessarily apply to as many people, and secondly, that's really what it comes down to. That level of interest on a large scale just isn't there. But that does not undermine its importance. Please don't forget how important those local elections are. The people that will even just be the mayor of your town. The people that are there representing your congressional district. All of these things are so, so important. And you can do the research there too. When I got my ballot, I was looking and I knew some of the names, but some of the people on the ballot and some of the individuals, I had no clue who they were or what they really stood for. I looked them up, even a quick Google search. I did the research, and even after just a couple minutes' time, I felt that I was much more familiar with who these people were, what they stood for, and now who I was comfortable voting for. It only takes a few minutes of our time. It's not asking all that much of you. We have this wonderful resource at our disposal, the internet. It's such a beautiful encyclopedia in some ways, and it's right there to help us, especially when we have these sorts of questions. So please don't forget about local elections. Don't forget about these ballot propositions as well. Some of them are of critical importance for certain issues that really, they may change your life in huge ways. Please don't forget about those either. We're also focused on the presidential election. That's the one that makes all the headlines. And like I've said probably for the millionth time, while it's important, do not forget about everything else that is on the ballot, because there are some very important things there as well. So make your vote count. If you haven't voted already, please consider it. And of course, just be responsible, be safe when you go to the polls. And if you do go, and I don't know if every place does this, but if they do, make sure you go and ask for a sticker. All right, ask for the sticker, and then you might get, some cred, as they say. You could show off the sticker to all your friends, and they'll be all jealous of you. They'll say, "I got the sticker." But you can do that if you want. Actually, let me pause the camera. I'll show you the sticker I got. There it is. There it is. You can see we got it on a little bit of a card here. As all the cool kids say now, you can say, "There's the sticker. You jelly." That's a real dated phrase right there. I'll do this for the heck of it. We'll smile for that. But no, it's a nice sticker. It's actually one of the nicer ones that I've gotten. But I don't know. I always like getting the sticker. It's just, I don't know. There's something about it that it's enjoyable and it puts a smile on my face. But in the end, look, it's up to you. But just consider what I said. That's all that it comes down to. I don't really want to sit here and tell you what to do, but all I ask is that you consider it. That's all that I ask of you. So with that, no matter what, just consider what was said. I don't think I need to say that for the millionth time, but just be responsible no matter what. And going forward, of course, as my mouth continues to heal, we're going to get back on track with the channel. We've got some more good reviews planned for you. So stay tuned. More videos will be on the way. Until next time, dear viewers and listeners, be safe, be healthy. I wish you all the very best. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Take care.